Hey, have you been looking for a good phone holder but you're just not sure of the quality and functionality of what's out there? In this video, I'm going to show you a phone holder that I really like, and that video is going to start right now. Hey everybody, my name is Sean Seymour and I do how-to videos that hopefully solve a problem or help you learn something new. But let's jump into this video and see my solution for holding a smartphone steady and stable. My criteria for a phone holder is it needs to be sturdy because I abuse gear like crazy. It also needs to be compatible with my other photography gear because sometimes I use my iPhone as a backup camera. I've tried several stands and several clamps, and each one has had a fatal flaw that made it unusable. That's until I tried the Iron Man from Ulanzi. I love that name, Ulanzi. This stand is pretty much for anyone. Whether you're a photographer or videographer shooting stuff with your iPhone or your phone, or you're attending online meetings for work, say with Zoom, WebEx, Google Meet, or Skype, or you're just talking to family and friends on FaceTime and you want to be able to use your hands while you chat, well, this product is perfect. So let's cover some of the basics. I believe this is a Chinese company and they are a small brand focusing on photography. Kind of weird, but I think what they mean is we're just doing photos with our phone. You can find this on Amazon for $39.99. Some of you may think that $39.99 is too expensive, and before you click off the video, you may want to hear about why I think it's worth every penny. Fortunately, given the price range of these types of phone holders, we are talking plus or minus $20. Seriously, not much, but of course the difference in quality can be huge. The first thing that grabs your attention when you open the box is it's made out of aluminum and steel. As near as I can tell, there's no plastic parts. That's important because many of my previous phone holders had plastic parts. Those plastic parts wore out and then started to break. Many times, those were the parts that were critical to the functionality of the holder, which made the phone holder completely useless when the plastic parts broke. The next and maybe most important part is the clamp. I found the clamp easy to adjust and it accommodates my case. There's a quick release that allows you to slide the clamp open and a knurled knob screw that tightens down on your phone. The clamp works on sizes from roughly 2.5 inches to 3 3/4 inches, which is 6.5 centimeters or 10 centimeters, I believe, right around in there. I like that the clamp fingers are angled in so that you don't have to tighten it down to the point that it breaks your phone. It holds nice and snug inside that cavity. One word of caution with these kind of clamps, you do have to be careful with how tight you're making it or you can crack your phone. So just snug it down and let the angle and the padding do its work. One thing to note about cases, if you're using an OtterBox or some other beefy case, this holder may not work well for you, especially if you're wanting to leave your phone in the case. There's roughly 1/2 inch to the end of the pads, and then there's a total of 5/8 inch to the end of the clamp fingers. If you're using a beefy case, you could probably remove the pad and take advantage of the full 5/8 inch length, but for me, there's plenty of room in the clamp to include the case that I use. The next feature I love is the adjustability. It has a tension knob and a ball head that allows free movement in all 4 directions and in a 360 horizontal or vertical position. You just loosen the tension knob, adjust the angle of your phone, and then tighten the tension back down. And you don't have to really crank it down or over tighten it to get it to stay in position. There's plenty of space between the knurled knob and the base of the stand, and it lets you flip the thing around all you want, and you can use the cold shoe mount in any position. For its size, the stand is very stable. It does wobble a little to the side if you like push it over at an angle, but I have an iPhone Max mounted in the holder and it looks awkwardly big compared to the stand, but the stand does a great job of being super stable when it's set on a flat surface. The foot or base of the stand is an Arca Swiss plate that will mount to any regular tripod head that uses the Arca Swiss plate. That's what I was talking about when I said it had to be compatible with my photography gear because I use that Arca Swiss plate all over the place in everything that I have. This is very helpful for people like me who want to mount their iPhones on a tripod and shoot video. Maybe some top-down video or vlogging while you're traveling, whatever, but this makes it super easy. The other thing I like about the base is that they added this magnetic extension, which really kind of starts to look like a foot. This extension keeps your stand from falling forward with a big phone like what I have, and it's perfect for setting it on the table. I'm not usually a big fan of free-floating pieces like this little foot, but for this particular piece, it's okay because it's magnetic and it fits snugly into place. They've even gone to the trouble of putting a grip type knurl on the outside edge to make it easier to handle. Last little part is some additional features that caught my eye. Those are the cold shoe mount, which is not on every phone holder out there. That's great for a microphone or maybe a light. They also included additional mounting options with the 1/4-inch threaded holes on the base plate and the back of the column. The last thing that caught my eye, and something I always look for but is not totally obvious with this type of gear, is the use of threaded bolts. If something does go wrong or I want to change the configuration, it's nice to have threaded bolts to work with instead of sheet metal screws. In my experience, sheet metal screws will eventually strip, whereas threaded bolts are much more durable. All in all, I think this is a well thought out product. I don't see any component of it failing. Usually when there's failures, it's in the clamp, and they seem to have done a great job with the clamp design. I would like to see the fingers of the clamp be just a little bit longer to accommodate cases, but this is not a deal killer for me. And I really like that everything is metal. For me personally, there's no deal breakers here. Some people might say that the cost is a deal breaker, but in my experience, you get what you pay for. I plan on having this phone holder for many years to come, and if you figure it out, what $20 to $10 is going to cost you over that period of time versus having to replace the product all the time, that's going to save you some heartache to buy quality up front. Hey, well, I hope you found this video helpful. Subscribe to my channel. Check out all the other things I've got on there. You know what to do with the like button and the bell notification, so until I see you on the next video, keep it simple, my friend. I got dogs, I got texts, I got all kinds of stuff happening here, and none of it has to do with filming a video.